close-ups happening over there.
Ready for 1 minute? Because everybody said we just need those copies. Mike, did you bring some copies? Did you bring the minutes or stuff? I said, did you bring the minutes?
Oh, I brought minutes. Yeah, I brought them.
Here, let me make these copies so I can.
I felt.
Yeah, because it gets me in the head every time it falls.
Oh,
I mean, I was falling on the ground and I ain't gonna get up. Oh, y'all,
yeah.
come get me. It's-
I won't.
I don't know, it was working, but then I was not working or so. I try to get something, it comes right there down, hit me in the head.
Well, that meetings building is beautiful.
It is,
Who's the tenant? Do we know?
they don't have one,
Oh, come on.
not yet.
You don't
From what I
build a building like
understand,
that
not
without a
yet.
tenant.
They have prospects, but so far they don't have one.
Which building?
The big industrial building right here.
All right, let's call the meeting to order at 6:02. Eric, can you do a roll call?
Yes. Chairman Johnson,
Present.
Commissioner Hicks, Commissioner Watkins,
Here.
Commissioner Curris,
Here.
Commissioner George. Who we have in attendance, excuse me, Mayor Glenda McDonald here, Turner Affairs, Lackey, Chief Hollowell, and then can I get everyone else's name?
Sergeant Beggars. You want to go?
Spell your last name for me, I'm sorry.
F-E-G-R-E-U-S as in Saint.
FEG.
Oh, I know you spelled it wrong. Yeah, it's F-E-G-R-E-U-S.
Corrected, sorry about that. And
No, it's all
then,
good.
Officer
and spell your last name for me.
Aaron.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
B. Aaron.
Beard. Beard. Okay. Thank you.
Sergeant, you gonna be sitting in for the chief or Lackey?
I will be sitting in for the chief.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, has everyone had an opportunity to go over the minutes from November 1st, 2023? If we have, and there's no additions, changes, or corrections, can I get a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Can we have a copy CC to the mayor's office as well as the city clerk? Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back. We all made it back safe and sound. So we're gonna get right into it. I want to thank everybody for showing up, being on time today. We're going to move into the police department. Sergeant, if you can.
Oh, okay. So right now, we have a decent amount of applicants. I believe there's 5 or 6 applicants. We have one that, needs to take his final test, his certification test for MPOs, he's in the academy or he graduated the academy, but he needs to take his test and then he should be certified, ready to go on the road after the, training program. We have that medication drop box, provided to us where citizens can come up and discard it or dispose any, prescriptions that they do. It's just an incentive to have them come here and drop them off rather than just dump them down something else. So, then, we recently conducted a search warrant on a local business. Firearms and narcotics were recovered. Can't give too many details because it's still a pending case. That was a good thing. We just had a, homicide, suspect charged with murder first degree. He was formally arraigned, at court, so that is made public. So,
Was this from the cold case or is this another murder, a different murder?
this was more of a recent one.
Did he plead guilty?
It was just the arraignment, so he still has to go to the other steps report, like the pre-trial and trial if he chooses to. So he was just arraigned, charged with it. So,
The drug drop box, is that no questions asked just for the public if they drop
yeah,
anything?
absolutely, yep. Anyone's welcome to come up. You know, there was a question asked, you know, hey, if I'm in possession of these and I'm stopped, what do I do? If you simply just say, hey, I'm going to drop these off the drop box, there's no issues.
Is there some illegal narcotics that someone may find, can they still drop those in the box?
In reference to what, like?
If it's crack or something?
No,
that they
no,
have?
I would, just because I wouldn't recommend anyone touching it or hanging on
Yeah,
it, yeah.
but I'm
So-
saying if they found it or was just trying to
No,
get rid of it.
with that, I want to put that in evidence, send off to a lab, and just see what's going on with it.
Okay.
So,
So let's make that clear then. You
Yeah.
just can't bring.
just because of the whole
anything
fentanyl
right.
thing, I don't want people, you know, saying, hey, we told, and then.
Yeah,
So-
I got you. I just want to make it clear so
Yeah.
the public won't, you know, if they do bring it up,
Yeah.
that's liable to be charged.
It's more geared towards prescription pills
Okay,
and
Alright.
any other pills.
okay. Do you have anything else? Mr. Chair?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, Sergeant, I know that Detroit came out today with their all of their numbers on crime as compared to last year. And I know that you don't have them right now, but can we get those annual numbers in a comparison to last year as soon as you have them?
Absolutely. Director Lack can probably speak on like the transition we're doing, after, I'm done, but.
They're not assembled now though, right?
No, but he can probably speak on that better as far as like the transit, because we're transitioning from a different report writing system, which will, I don't know the time frame on it, but relatively pretty quick, but we'll get those stats.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? And Madam Mayor, I apologize. I should have recognized you first if you had anything to say, ma'am.
I can go ahead.
Okay, all right. I do want to commend the police department and the detectives. You posed a case from 20 years ago, I think it was, a young lady that was found in the alley that got, last month, I think it was.
Yep, I believe that was with MSP. But we did kind of assist with that, so we appreciate it.
Well, my understanding it was a collaboration. of
Yeah, it
all of
was.
So, and so I do want to commend Highland Park Police Department that doesn't happen that often when you saw the 20-year-old murder. And that was a young lady, I believe she was 15 at the time she was found in the alley. So I know that brought the family some closure at least, just some things, so.
One thing I also like to add, sorry to interrupt, our officers are actively engaging in the community, and that's what we like to see.
Amen.
You know, complaints are down, morale's up, so everything's good.
Everything's working, so they commend you all on the community effort as well. Community policing is important and the community needs to know that our police are not here just for enforcement of the rules, but here to engage. So, we wanted to mention on that. Okay, we're gonna move on to the fire department, chief.
Sorry.
We're gonna move on to fire department.
I'm sorry about it. Nice. That's cool. I'm glad the mayor is here because I want to give her an announcement. One more person in the fire department will officially be full-time.
Wow.
So that's for the first time since 1986.
Since when?
1986.
Oh,
I graduated high school in '87.
And the next thing is, we have our annual chili cook-off on the 23rd of this month. If you care, more than welcome to come by.
What
Chili?
day?
Chili?
That feature was chili.
What did you say?
Did you say chili?
Chili, yeah, you said, yeah, that features interest, chili. He leaned forward and started smiling.
Oh, man.
That's what I was like. He was alert right there, like, what you say?
Then.
What date is that again?
23rd.
23rd of January?
They just remodeled the kitchen, so it looks nice.
We
Okay.
put a hot tub in the back and.
What time is it?
I believe, I will check with one of the firefighters who ended up, I believe, don't quote me on this, it's 4 or 5, something like that.
Okay,
But I'll get a better time frame.
Okay.
I'll get it to you. The next thing is I have multiple awards that I want to give to these guys. They should be acknowledged for the work they've done. Some of them are life-saving. Once I finish getting them all together and also buying the actual awards themselves, I would love for you guys, and also with the mayor, obviously, would like for you guys to.
Definitely, just
acknowledge them all.
let us know.
Would that be at a commission meeting or would that be on site
It'll be,
at the fire station? Okay.
because I don't think.
It's up to you.
No, but it won't.
Oh, okay, that's
Say
right.
that.
That's- Okay, say that then.
And then the last thing is, still, I we are still exploring. That's all I got.
I know that you did email your statistics. Did you bring a copy just to go over it real quick?
I have a copy here. And then could we get a comparison for 2023 to 2022 in the categories, just so we can see the score?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This is for the month, and I will be able to get you guys also the entire. Okay. But last month we had two actual building fires. Careless cooks, we had 2 of those, passenger vehicle fires, 2, and outside 1, trash. Medical calls, we've had 10 of those, and all of those are either accident scenes and or assisting our medics from, rapid response.
It was 10 what again?
10 medical calls.
No.
And there were 2 extrications as well.
And so you'll have a comparison for us for the whole year and then the previous year comparison for us. Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, Chief, you said there was 2 building fires?
Yes.
And can you tell if those are arson or were they occupied and careless, or you don't know yet?
I don't have the fire.
Okay.
I don't have the report.
Okay.
So I want to guess. But I can get that information to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions for the chief? All right, thank you so much, chief. Your report, a good job. Internal affairs.
Yeah, so from an IA perspective, as Sergeant Fecker said, our last quarter, our last month, complaints were down. And we have resolved 83% of them. Of the complaints that we have, one of them is considered major, and will be referred to the disciplinary board in the next few weeks. That investigation was actually led by Sergeant Feckers, and the relevant parties will obviously deal with that. From the IT side of things, really all I got in IA. IT side of things, we've been very busy. towards the end of last year and beginning of this year. We actually did make our transition to the Plymouth system. We were talking about it, for a few months. We actually got that done. So the police department is now on the Oakland County Plymouth law enforcement system with about 200 other law enforcement agencies. We had them come out. They did some trainer scenarios and classes with our supervisors and admin staff. And we plan to send the rest of the department to training this month. So far, so good. We are really excited about the system because it allows us to gather more statistical data to have these meetings and give you a real drill down version of what's going on out there. So positive feedback from the staff, much easier solution to use than what they were using before. So that's deployed. To your question about stats, because we just made the switch to the system, we're gonna be a little delayed because we gotta get the old reports out of the old system, get them in the new system, and then we can run those reports and get accurate numbers.
Thank you.
Are those gonna be manually added or integrated in?
That was part of the plan. It's the data export, data import. So that is from the old vendor to Plymouth, and we already established that during the beginning. Also with that, crime mapping. In the next 60 days, if not sooner, we'll be sending out a public link that the public can click at any time and pull the last 6 months of crime data. Okay, that's public. It'll be posted to our website, and it'll be obviously e-blast out in our communication. You can literally go there, select Highland Park, and do a search and see where the incidents are.
No, are we using that with any other communities, or is that?
It's everybody on the Plymouth network.
Okay,
That
so that comes from Plymouth.
So, yeah, everybody on the Plymouth network that out there.
Mr. Chair, so when you're saying a crime map, is it actually a map with dots on it of the crimes in the past 6 months? So you can look and see a high amount in one area because there's a lot of dots?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and you actually as a user can say, I want to see these categories,
Okay.
that category, and then go populate.
Great.
So. Yes.
One more question, I'm sorry.
Yes.
First of all, you said that complaints were down. I think that's wonderful for the police department. Great job, fire department. The complaints, and you can give me a round number, the complaints that we get over a whole year, how many of them are from Highland Park residents versus outside? Is it 50-50?
You know what, I can give you a guess.
Yeah.
And I can come back with a statistical number.
Okay.
I would say the majority of our complaints actually come from outside. Residents.
Outside, okay.
I would say it's 70-30, honestly. 30% being in the city, 70% being outside.
And then 7% is traffic stops and natures.
So generally, the majority of our complaints do source from traffic stops or contact where they didn't know why the police contacted.
We have any other questions? I want to just follow up question. We had an issue a few months ago with one of our reservists down at Little Caesars Arena downtown. Did we ever get anything back on that at all?
There was an incident that, oh yeah, so he's no longer with the agency. And there is a pending criminal charge from our agency. And there were adjudicated criminal charges from another agency.
All right. Do we have anything else? All right. Do we have any affairs of the commission that anyone needs to bring up or discuss or previous meetings or anything?
No, the only thing I'll be working on to make sure that we get in, we can talk about this too, but just a scheduled list of all of our dates for the year so that we can have it just posted already.
Yep.
And we can have it up on the site and then
New website coming, by the way.
Okay.
All right, so you'll get that to Director Lackey and we'll get that out.
So what we need to add Lakeisha in. So Lakeisha actually runs the website. I'm just kind of like her backup.
Okay.
right? The collab should be with Lakeisha first.
Okay.
And then, you
Do
know,
we have Keisha's email? Okay.
No, sir.
Well, thank you, okay. All right, we're saying that, I'll move on to Madam Mayor. How are you this evening? And
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Commissioner.
Yes.
I just really came today because, our fire chief reminded me that, no, I'm just kidding. I knew it was the meeting today. I am so excited about this year. I did attend both graduations. I'm understanding that that's something new for a mayor to do, but the, two young men that graduated from the police academy, as well as the one young guy that graduated from the fire academy. And so it was exciting. I actually had the whole videos of most of them. My arm was tired, but I took it. I'm just trying to figure out how I can transfer it into something so we can get it on the YouTube so people can see, you know, the graduation. So we're excited about that. I'm really excited about the fact that our fire department has since 1986 is now going to be complete when we get this one person. So if you guys know anyone that's interested in becoming a fireman in the city of Highland Park, you know, let the chief know the applications are online and they can pick it up. As far as the police department, I'm glad to know that and I did talk to the chief recently, that we have some people in the queue that are interested. I'm excited to be, I know young man, I was on a bike ride with him this summer, and he was saying that he had applied and I didn't know anything about it. And he's like, I'm so excited, I'm just waiting to hear. So hopefully he's one of the people that's, you know, makes the cut, be ready to go. We are looking for to be able to fund them, hopefully. We should have some funds, but I don't know if we have enough to fund more than a certain person. Okay, and so, to know that the people that are coming are people who really want to serve our community. One young man, his aunt is, and great aunt was a community member, on this, that lived on, North End down there. I don't know if he lives here with his aunt, but he's so excited to be able to serve Highland Park. So it's exciting to know that people are ready now to come back and do the work for Highland Park or come to Highland Park and do the work. It hasn't been easy. And then, but we have a great group, and as I said, and I don't want people hear the same old cliche, but I will stand 10 toes down with this group. But they also know that if they raggedy, I'm not here for it. So, but they've been pretty good. Community, policing is, and, even I just talked to the chief about community, you know, programs for fire. We are looking to do a combination as well as, both departments, so that the citizens know that they can come to the fire department and feel comfortable being able to talk to them about whatever, or dropping off. You know, we have that process where you can drop off in case of emergency, and you just can't handle your child, anything like that, the baby, whatever. I want them to feel comfortable and being able to do that and know that this child or whoever it is going to be in good hands. Same with police department coming in and dropping off at, medications that you don't use. Matter of fact, I had mine bagged up to bring over here today, and I left them sitting on the table. So I had to run back over here. I'm good for not taking medicine pills. So I got a whole bag full that I get, but they're going right away. So kudos to you all. Kudos. And down there are officer / animal control. He does a wonderful, I ride him a lot, you know, but he doesn't fail to go out and see what's going on. Inspector Lackey is doing an awesome job of making sure our technology is up to date, as well as, you know, whatever it is that he has to do for us to move forward. So thank you guys. I appreciate your service. I know it's been a rough road, but it's looking good. And I'm looking forward to 2024.
Then, well, thank you. We have no other commission
Well, yeah,
business.
I just, if I may, Madam Mayor, been in office for 1 year now, and I think it's your direction and your consistency and your caring, because you're at these meetings, you're at all the meetings, that gives everybody here, you know, a real pat on the back and a real boost. And the consistency within the police and fire department makes people want to come and work there and want to stay there and want to figure out what's wrong and get it fixed. So I think that all points back to you and how you've taken on running the city, and we appreciate that.
I do have one more thing, and absolutely, she's a great boss, right? A great leader. And she said 10 toes down.
That sounds like a butt coming.
What?
What?
I said 10 toes down, 10 toes down. I forgot to mention something. We also installed new in-car video systems. This is important to know. In addition, because we talked about our flight license plate readers, not only did we add 2 more of those, which they've been significant in helping us do what we need to do, but they're also in the car as well. So in addition to upgrading the video and sound quality in the car of the video systems, we also added license plate reading in the cars. So you have a combination. So you have both the pole mounted cameras and the in-car camera. So while the officer's driving, they ride past the car and get a hit, and we get on average 3 to 4 a day.
How many do we have in the cars right now?
Every car has.
Every car has, okay.
Every car has. Yep, every car has. So, and like I said, I think we're right around 70% of our apprehension rate. You know, some situations we don't, obviously pursuits are a significant issue, so we generally don't engage, but about 70% of the vehicles that we interact with on those license plate hits, we actually apprehend.
Where you locking them up at?
You know, I know that pursuits are a big issue in all police departments. And I was just thinking, and it's probably right up your alley, but why can't the department have a drone that's up all the time? It's inexpensive, it's cheap. And if an officer is in a pursuit, you call to the drone, you say, just follow this car. Is that
Well,
too much?
So
Focus, focus.
what we do have is MSP's air units. And we get the benefit of using them when they're available, but because of the radio frequency, we're on Detroit's radio frequency. And that's what you actually start to see Detroit do. When they get those hits, if they got an MSP copter up, they will follow the car with no lights and get the trooper to. So that is something. Now, as far as the drone goes, you may be looking into the future. That's out there.
Okay.
Now, Detroit, they still have their copters, don't they, as well? They have at least 1 or 2, I think, in it operating.
I'm not sure. I've only heard MSP choppers. I'm not sure. They may. I'm just not.
They
Yeah,
have one,
have
but
one.
usually it's down.
Oh, it's down, okay.
Well, yeah, usually it is.
Okay.
Very rarely I've ever heard Detroit air up in the air.
And that's why I was asking, because with the MSP, if Detroit was up and we have a mutual agreement with them, if theirs was up, we can still ask them for that help as well, correct?
Correct. So if they're available,
Yeah.
MSP serves all law enforcement
Yeah.
communities. So if they're available, they'll help us out in those situations.
And since we circle back to you, like, have we added any more on the blue light system yet?
Yeah. So there was a correction that needed to be made to the legal agreement. Actually got 2 businesses that are fighting claw, as you could say, to get on the system. I have to make a modification to the original agreement, and then once the attorney approves it, then we'll get them actually up.
Okay.
So 2 more locations on board, two gas stations.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. You may not know it, but if businesses put this up, and we're gonna do a plug if we can, do they get any type of breaks on the insurances for, with that type of system up directly with Link? Or
That I
you
don't know.
Okay.
That I don't. That's something to find
Yeah.
out certainly.
Yeah, cause I think a lot more would do it if they knew they can get a benefit from it as well. Okay, any other questions? Not having any, can I get a motion to adjourn at, 6:29?
Adjourned.
Second,
Okay.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting stands adjourned.